Hey everybody, it's Carpo here. It's February's almost over. It's 2013. My question for the day is, what is success, and how do you know when you've succeeded? I know that may seem like a very, okay, one of those questions. Well, I'll tell you something. It's becoming much more prominent these days. People are starting to ask more questions like this, but the reason I ask is because a lot of people think that success comes with having a successful job and making a certain amount of money or a certain amount of income. I think inherently we all know that's not true, but success equals money usually. So my question to everyone would be this: if you were to win the lottery and be set for life on money, would that be success? Now, if you're working towards a financial success in your job, and say you won the lottery tomorrow, or inherited $10 million or $100 million, whatever amount, how would you define that? Is that success? Have you succeeded in life because you have the money? Of course not. I mean, we all know that that's not the reason. So what you can do is you can pick this apart and dig a little bit deeper into your own psyche, and this is a personal thing, because success is a very personal thing. In my mind, I fail every year, but I succeed every year. And what I mean by that is I try to gain a little bit more knowledge towards being a better person, yet realize my shortcomings and try to process those shortcomings and do something about them. And I've noticed that society likes to blame others for our problems. And if we don't succeed in life, we like to blame other people for that. If we're being held back, then we blame the government for this or that, or we blame our neighbors, or we blame the black guy that moved down the street in a white neighborhood that somebody thinks is bringing down the value of the neighborhood. I mean, there's some pathetic excuses to why we're not succeeding as individuals, but really it comes down to the person. Success should have nothing to do with external sources at all, and that's kind of the point I want to make. Success should not be dependent upon anything material, and no material thing will ever, you will never consider yourself successful by obtaining any particular thing, because success is something that you never really attain. Success means that you're consistently working towards success, and that is success, because you may succeed in doing something you wanted to do, but it's not going to be a permanent success in life as a general, like, okay, this is success. So I just notice a lot of people like to blame other people, and it's getting a little bit ridiculous, because the government tends to be blamed for just about everybody's problems. If they're not doing this to this, or doing that to your taxes. In other countries where the people have everything taken and they're literally poverty-stricken and living in huts and they have to pay for their water and wait in line for hours, yeah, their government's abusing them. In America, while we may think that we're being held down, we actually have a lot more freedoms than a lot of other people, and I think that we've become a bunch of little pansies, and we want to cry about every little thing that goes wrong. And while there is corruption in the world, it doesn't mean that we have to assume that everybody's corrupt and that all our problems are based on someone else. Fucking take responsibility, people. I mean, you are your own person. So no matter, who comes and goes, if you could escape, I've heard of this a lot, if I could escape, I could succeed and I could do what I want in life if I could get away from all this oppression and the government holding me back. Most of the people who say that are the same guys who sit around and watch 5 hours of fucking TV a night and spend most of their time on their computers, playing on their cell phones. These are people who aren't taking initiative in their lives to do anything whatsoever. They just want everything handed to them on a platter. And they think that if they go to work and come home and they work 8 hours a day, then they should be entitled to have everything they need, and it just doesn't work that way. And so I guess that's my message, is take initiative for your own fucking life. There's no perfect way to be. There's no everlasting joy. It's ups and downs. Life is ups and downs, and there's going to be successes and failures, and that's just how it is. And it's never going to be any different than that. There's no utopian society where everybody dances around like fairies and elves and says, oh, yay, yay, because after a time, it just fades away and it becomes useless. There's no point unless there's a yin and a yang. So keep the balance. Success is continuously seeking success for yourself and others. And then remember, that's an important one. Others. If the people in your family aren't succeeding, you're not succeeding. If the people in your neighborhood are not succeeding, you're not succeeding. So if you put all your time, effort, and labor and love into helping other people to boost them up and succeed, then you've already succeeded. Much love. Namaste.